All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone today? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well, and I welcome you all to a very momentous day of gameplay streaming for sure. Because, ladies and gentlemen, on this very stream, I may complete Resident Evil Village. I don't know 100% if I will or not. I've actually heard conflicting opinions. Yesterday, some people were like, whoa, Phil will definitely beat this tomorrow. This is great. And others were like, wow, Phil is just entering into the final area. This is Heisenberg's area, and apparently the Heisenberg area of the game is just as long, if not as longer, than Castle Dimitrescu, which means maybe I won't beat it today. Okay? I don't know. We're gonna find out, obviously, together. So, I welcome you all here to my very fun gameplay stream. Alright, I'm excited to see how it all ends. As you know, I've been taking my time, my sweet time with this game. I have found every optional treasure up to now. There's only one left on the map in the game, and I believe it's right where I'm headed, you know, so we're probably going to get every optional item in the game, except for, of course, there's one or two houses that I couldn't 100% clear, because I guess you had to do it right at the beginning of the game, and you don't have a chance to go back in a house or two once you do that. So I guess we'll see. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to play at my own pace. If I don't beat it today, that's okay. We can play it again as a night stream coming up to wrap it all up. Likely if I don't beat it today, I'm trying to think. Because normally Friday night would be Street Fighter, but this week we're doing a marathon. So Street Fighter was supposed to be Saturday. But now, if I don't beat Resident Evil today, I really don't want this being a playthrough that's going to be like forever. So maybe what I'll do then is if we don't beat this today, I'll beat it Saturday night on the late stream. And then Sunday will be Street Fighter on the late stream, which means Danganronpa would then be bumped to Tuesday because Monday's my day off, right? Well, I guess we'll see what happens, okay? It all depends on how it goes today. Maybe I will beat it today anyway. I don't know. All right. Let's see what happens. But I'm excited. I am. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to try to figure everything out as usual. I really hope, you know, please, no spoilers, but I really hope that at the end of the game, we get some kind of lore answers when it comes to this game, you know, fully tying in with the Resident Evil plotline. At this point, we kind of know what's going on. We know that apparently this village in Europe is the origin of the mold creature that turns into the mold virus, or whatever you want to call it, that's infected people. You know, infected the bakers in Louisiana, but also Evelyn was kind of a case zero that brought that to the bakers. But now, how did Evelyn get infected? Well, apparently it was Umbrella experiments and the like, and it almost seems like, from the fact that there's so much stuff in this village that looks old, right, that this village has been around for quite some time, and maybe this is like the point zero where Umbrella started their crazy experimentations with mutations and viruses. Maybe the mold was the origin of all of it, and then after that they discovered other things like the T virus and the Las Plagas, right? Anyway, what I'm hoping for is some answers, because what we have is a lot of connection, but we don't really have full-fledged answers on anything. So maybe, like, who the hell is this Mother Miranda? We don't even know who this she is. Maybe she'll tie into other Resident Evil plot lines or something, right? I don't know, but we'll find out today, hopefully. We'll see. Okay, but anyway, I'm excited. As you guys know, this is one of my favorite playthroughs in a long time. Have a ton of fun with the game. Really enjoying it. And I'm happy you guys are here to chill with me for the probable conclusion today. Okay? Fair enough? Alright, good. Later tonight, we're going to have a nice late-night chill stream of MLB The Show. Yes, that's right, Major League Baseball. It should be a good time. 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be swinging at baseballs, I'll be pitching, and we'll have lots of interaction and fun, just chilling and having a good time. Not anything too super serious, not looking for major progress on that stream, just kind of having a good time with all of you, the audience. Okay? Now, tomorrow is the big day, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is the big Mass Effect Legendary Edition Marathon. In fact, at some point today, I'm going to buy the Legendary Edition and preload it on my PS5 to get it ready for tomorrow. Which should be fun. And then Tomorrow, Mass Effect 1 in a marathon setting. Okay? So, it's going to be a good time. Starting at the usual time in the morning. But all day long, I'll be playing Mass Effect 1. Trying to get as far as I possibly can in this game. I'm very excited, looking forward to the improvement of the graphics. Improvement of the frame rate. Because the frame rate used to dip significantly in certain parts of the game. Also, I hope they fix some of the major game bugs, like the one in the Rachni area and stuff like that. Essentially, I just hope that it's a very good-looking, smooth-moving game, because I love Mass Effect 1. It's one of the games that got me back into console gaming in 2007, or was it 2008? I always get I think it was 2007. Back when I was trying to basically convert myself back from being a competitive Street Fighter player solely to getting back and immersed into, mainstream gaming again. And I love the game. I've played it many times. Back then I played it 2 or 3 times. Then I played it twice for YouTube already. So I'm very excited to be playing it again tomorrow. All right? Now, obviously you guys also know the deal about tomorrow's marathon. It is very much a fundraising event for me, where I'm trying to raise as many tips as possible so that I can afford all of my bills moving forward this month. The primary one would be my mortgage on Saturday, which is due on Saturday. But then, after that, within 5 days, I have a big payment I have to make to the IRS, a back tax payment to stay in line with my payment plan and not default. And then on top of that, there's 1 or 2 other things that I have to pay as well. And then, of course, everything by the end of the month. Of course, I'm off on Monday, which means I need to have money to buy groceries and stuff for Monday. So, essentially, this fundraiser is to try to pay the initial requirements, and if there's any excess, it'll go towards making things easy for the rest of the month. Okay? The good news is, with all of the funds that I've already raised this week, it's already eased it up a little bit. Already, all my other bills cleared. As of yesterday, I checked, and everything cleared for this week is good. I'm good with my internet bill. I'm good with the dues here. Everything else cleared perfectly fine. And now all I got to worry about is the mortgage and moving forward, which is great. I was a little nervous about the rest of that, but it definitely has been helped by the incredible amount of support you guys have given me so far this week here on the streams, okay? So, great stuff, and obviously we'll see what happens tomorrow. Basically what I have to see is how I'm doing by the end of today, because by the end of today, whatever I raise on these streams, plus I gotta buy Mass Effect, so I'll see what's left and say, okay, this is what I have to put towards it right now, what's the remainder, and that's how I figure out what the goal will be for tomorrow's marathon, okay? So good stuff, and again, thank you guys for all of your support this week. Thank you so much for everything, okay? All right, now, after the marathon's over tomorrow, that's not the end of my streaming week. I still got the weekend. So on Saturday, I'm going to return to Returnal and try to beat the Third World, which we've already gotten to the end of it and gotten to the boss. I just need to get back to that boss and try to beat it. And then, like I said, depending on what happens today with Resident Evil, Saturday night may be a late night stream of Throwback Street Fighter, or it could be the conclusion of Resident Evil, depending on what happens, okay? Then Sunday will be the continuation of Mass Effect Legendary Edition on the main gameplay stream, and then Sunday night will likely be Danganronpa V3. Perhaps it'll get bumped for Street Fighter if we have to finish up Resident Evil Saturday night, so we'll see what happens with that, okay? Alright, Monday is my day off for the week, as I said. So what I'm hoping is not only do we raise enough tomorrow to pay all the immediate needs, but also that I'll have some money to do the essentials, like grocery shopping and the like, come Monday. And then Tuesday, I'll be back, and this week will be the continuation of all the major playthroughs I'm doing. So you're going to see, yes, Returnal, you're going to see Mass Effect Legendary Edition, you're going to see Nier Replicant, B-side, continuing and probably heading into a C or D run. You're going to see Danganronpa, you're going to likely see Divinity 2 at this point. This week there is no major new release at all. So that means I can focus in on the stuff I'm doing, and we don't have another game kind of interjecting after Mass Effect starts up. Okay? Fair enough? Alright. So that's kind of the week in advance. I hope that sounds good to all of you. I mean, so many new games and fun stuff. It's going to be good stuff, right? Good stuff. My apologies because my allergies yet again, yes, are getting to me. I am medicated already, but this morning I woke up with a little bit of a stuffy nose, but then landscapers are outside. I guess what's happening is they're doing their seasonal extra cleanup here. like once every season they come by and they do extra work outside, and they were down all around the house. They were cutting every weed with a weed whacker and everything. So we have the house all sealed up. We don't even have a window or a door open. But, you know, we got the air conditioners going, and it's supposed to filter the pollen, but I'm sitting here right now telling you my nose is killing me. Like, I feel like I got to sneeze. I'm like, oh my God. I already took an allergy pill. Hopefully it kicks in. I took it about, at this point, a little less than an hour ago, so hopefully it starts affecting me, and oh man. I hate allergies. Seriously. They're the worst. The absolute freaking worst. In fact, hold on a second, because I'm going to mute the stream so I can blow my nose. I'll be right back. Oh man, okay, I'm back. Sorry guys, I mean you're gonna hear this all day until the antihistamine kicks in. But I can't stop coughing. Ugh. No, it's annoying. I get tickle in my throat, my nose is itching. Hate it. Anyway. Alright guys. So a couple things. So this week, as you can tell, I've implemented better Twitch TV emotes on the stream. The streams have been pretty crazy for the past couple of days since I implemented this. I have a few other emotes that I'm trying to get approved. One of them is a cool animation of me dressed as Ryu throwing fireballs at me as other Street Fighter characters. This was one that was only for high-level cheering back in the day. You know, a couple of years ago, I added this to my Twitch channel. Not many people used it, admittedly. Even people who did big cheers didn't even really use this animation. It was very rare. For some reason, on Better Twitch TV, it gets flagged as possibly not safe for work and needs a manual review. I can't imagine what a cartoon version of me throwing fireballs at other cartoon Street Fighter characters could be not safe for work. But apparently it did get flagged, and I actually uploaded it twice thinking, oh, maybe the first time had something to do with the name. Nope. I uploaded it as a completely different name, and it still gets auto-flagged as not safe for work. So I don't understand what the hell that is. So that one hopefully will be added soon. But if you haven't noticed, there's other emotes that I just added last night, including an animation where my head is kind of like shocked and moving around. There's one with me with the cowboy hat and 2 guns, 2 pistols firing. And another one with the glitch face shooting eye beams and blowing things up. So I've added even more. And I'm sure we will continuously be adding more as more good ones pop up. Or I discover new good ones. And the thing is, apparently for them to understand with Better Twitch TV, when you stay in their premium membership, every month you earn 2 more new ones. So every month I could add 2 more emotes if there's new ones that get created. Which is pretty sweet. So we'll see what happens, okay? Oh, man. Alright. So, outside of that, there's 2 things that I need to do and have not had a chance to do, and I'm going to work to do these tomorrow. The first is, I need to go into the thread for the retro replay stuff you guys have been nominating for the past 2+ weeks. Okay? And I need to count the games that have been nominated to find the ones that have been most nominated. And then I need to make a poll. I've not done this yet. Every day I've been busy with something else. This morning my wife was home, so I decided to spend some time with her rather than sit in front of the PC, you know, trying to do this kind of shit. So that was nice. I got to spend some time with my wife this morning for a change. She wasn't at work. So anyway, I'm guessing tomorrow I'm probably going to sit down and I'm going to try and make it so that now there's a poll so you can vote on the upcoming retro replay event. All right? So, that's number 1. That would be great, I think, if that poll was live for the marathon tomorrow, since there'll probably be a lot of people around for the marathon. That would make good sense, okay? Now, in addition to that, Ask the King is coming up. That is my Q&A show. All right? Now, it could be next week or it could be the final week of May. I'm undecided on when I want to do it. It doesn't really matter. I could do it either one. But I want to see how far, basically, I am in everything by the end of this week before I make my determination if I want it to be next week or the final week of May. So, you need to post up your questions for it. The problem is I haven't had a command for you to do so. So very, very few people have. Okay? And that's on me. So, as of tomorrow, I'm hoping to have a command up so you guys will be posting up your questions for Ask the King. And, hopefully, we'll have a poll up so you guys can vote on the retro replay stuff. Alright? That poll likely will run for about a week or so. And that'll determine the retro replay game. And then that'll be a playthrough that will begin as a marathon near the end of the month. And then it'll continue as a regular playthrough with balance with all my other content. Okay? Alrighty then. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else, just off the top of my head, that I really want to address? Oh, so, you know, long-term, guys, I want to add in the ability to do polls, and I want to add in the ability to have channel loyalty points. I have not had a chance to do that yet, and I apologize. Like I said, every day I'm doing a little bit more, trying to get things improved around the streams, and, I will do that, I promise you. Same thing with Patreon perks. Like this month, I've been so slammed with everything going on and just trying to juggle everything that I'm doing that I haven't had a chance to even think about, gee, what should the Patreon goal be each month to make up for the subs that we've lost and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just kind of like, okay, that's a long-term thing, and I definitely want to set that up. But in the short term, I essentially have to make ends meet with everything going on every day. And that's kind of been my focus. So I will work on Patreon stuff. I will work on polls, and I will work on loyalty points. Soon, hopefully within the next week. We'll see. But right now, I got to get that stuff done tomorrow morning. We've got the marathon to get through, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you like my content, if you want to help me out right now in a very tough time, and you want to see this continue, if you like the fact that I'm staying for the short term at least on Twitch, regardless of the fact that it's been almost a month that I've been out of the partnership program, then please support the streams. Please tip me if you can. Tips help in the short term. I get them immediately, and I can use them to pay these upcoming bills. All right? And we have tip goals in effect. If you raise $50 of tips, I'll put on Gunner glasses. If you raise $100 of tips, I'll put on a vest. Today, I'm purposely making the Platinum Vest ineligible. Reason being, I think people will want to see it during the marathon tomorrow. A silly spacesuit for Mass Effect. But I would say today, likely the red vest or the camo vest would be the two that I would look to wear today if we do hit that $100 tips goal. Okay? Fair enough. Okay. Outside of that, you can also pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. You get different levels of perks depending on what you pledge. It's all self-explanatory and sitting over there. In fact, if you do pledge $20 or more, that gets your question answered for sure on Ask the King. So go give it a look, all right? And thank you to anyone who has pledged to my Patreon in the last month since all this happened with the Twitch partnership. I appreciate that. One final thing, and I feel like I should keep mentioning this just in case. In the event that at some point I do get banned from Twitch permanently for some weird reason, I don't know what it would be because I've never violated the terms of service here. But, I mean, I didn't violate any terms of service for the partner program either, and I'm out of that. So who knows, right? I will immediately go over to YouTube and start streaming on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. That would be the emergency plan. And then, after seeing how that works, we would plan out for the future. Whether it would be I stay on YouTube or I go somewhere else. But that's always the emergency backup plan, is if I get banned from Twitch for some unknown reason, excuse me, we head over to DSP Gaming. Okay? So, I just wanted you to know that's the deal. The backup plan. It's weird because now it's been 3 weeks since I've been out of the partner program. You would have thought that if Twitch had a problem with me as a content creator, I'd be gone by now. Why would they be sitting on this for 3 weeks? Right? So, I don't know. I'm confused, as confused as everybody else, but we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, I'm just trying to think, is there anything else? So, news-wise, first of all, there is supposed to be a big news conference, the end of this month, I believe it's like the last week of May, in regards to the Dragon Quest franchise. Now, we haven't heard anything new out of Dragon Quest in quite some time. You know, Dragon Quest 11 was absolutely outstanding, and then they released a special edition of it for the Switch a couple years ago, right? And then we had Dragon Quest Builders 2, which in my opinion was a pretty damn good game, although admittedly it did draw out and was way too lengthy in certain parts, but it was really good. Okay, so, you know, really good stuff. And I like Dragon Quest, as you guys know. So apparently there's supposed to be an event at the end of this month that's going to talk about Dragon Quest, all about Dragon Quest. I would assume that means they have information about a new Dragon Quest coming out, which I am happy for. I hope that it is coming out sooner rather than later. There's been many years. Remember, Dragon Quest 11 was one of my most epic and lengthy RPG playthroughs of all time. It was incredibly fun to play interactive with all of you on stream for the, like, 2-3 months that I did. It's good stuff. So hopefully you guys will check it out along with me. I don't think I'm going to watch it live, but I'm very excited about Dragon Quest news coming out near the end of this month. I think it's what they said it was the 26th, I want to say. I think it was. Oh my god, really? Timbo Slice says, E3 has announced they're going to make an application. And in this app, you can walk around a virtual show floor to watch game trailers. Why? Why are they doing that? What's the point of that? That sounds like a lot of wasted money and time to me. Who the hell cares about that? You could just watch the game trailers anywhere else. You don't need to go to an app to walk around a virtual floor to watch game trailers. That would be like saying you have to be in person at E3 to get any information out of E3. No. I have a response to that. Wrong. I was at E3 in 2012. I didn't get any additional information to E3 that I wouldn't have gotten if I were at home. In fact, because the lines were so long for certain exhibits, I was sitting in my hotel room at E3 watching the trailers online, and I learned more from that than actually being there in person on the show floor. Wrong. So I don't understand why they're even doing this. What it is E3 is desperately trying to act like it's still relevant. It is not. Last year, the pandemic proved to us that E3 is completely irrelevant, because guess what? Last year, there was no E3. Did the entire games industry collapse on its head? Did no one know how to announce all of their information for their new games and console releases? No, none of that happened. E3 didn't happen, and everything went on business as usual. Absolutely nothing. There was no reason for the event at all. E3 is an incredibly outdated event. It doesn't need to exist. E3, in order to try to stay relevant, turned itself into a gaming convention, which allowed people who weren't even with the gaming press or media to enter and treat it like a gaming convention. They acted like it was fucking Penny Arcade Expo instead of E3. That's not what E3 is supposed to be. It's always supposed to be a press event where these game companies can advertise and promote their new events, their new games. They can announce new upcoming projects, and people can get hyped for them, and this is where you get all your information. Not, oh, a bunch of fans of video games storm into the floor and make it a crowded sardine can, and now you can't even get from point A to point B. Like, they couldn't make E3 profitable anymore, so they had to change the model. Then all of a sudden last year it was proven it doesn't need to exist anymore. It's completely outdated. So to me, this is hilariously stupid. E3 doesn't need to be here anymore. It just could be, okay, every company around the same time, maybe the same week, all announce publicly on the internet their information. And then you could have these gaming news sites summarize all of that and or centralize all of that for everyone so that you have a way to access all that info. You don't need to have E3 at all. E3 does not have any purpose. It's a waste of time and money and effort. It's a joke. I'm sorry, it's just true. It's just really stupid. We didn't have it a year ago. Why do we need it now? Why do we need an app to walk around a virtual fucking floor? Who cares? The funniest part of me attending E3, absolutely, was when I was there and I'm walking around with my friend John Rambo, and we're just having a good time. We're looking around. We're looking at all the stuff, the exhibits. We're testing a couple games. And there was a giant display for Call of Duty for that year. Now, I have no recollection what Call of Duty was coming out in 2012. I have zero. Maybe it was Black Ops 2 or something like that. I really don't remember. But all I remember is, all of a sudden, about every half an hour, 45 minutes, the giant area that was advertising the new Call of Duty game would actually have a bunch of lights flashing and sound would start playing as if some big event was going to happen there. Okay? And literally all the idiotic content creators would run to the display and pull out their cameras and slam down their tripods, and they'd rush to think that they were going to get some frontline coverage they were going to be able to put on their channels and get big time launch views. Oh my god, exclusive on my channel. Look what I got from E3. And all it was is every 45 minutes they would just play the fucking trailer for the game that was already on the internet. But these people were so hilarious. They were so desperate for something to get big or get noticed or make money on that they were. Woody's gamer tag, it was absolutely hilarious. He's running across the floor, jumping over people with his tripod, slams it down and setting it up fervently. Oh, I gotta get this. And it's just a fucking game trailer. It's like, Jesus Christ. Absolutely hilarious. But that's what I mean. That's E3 in a nutshell. Overhype nonsense. Deliver commonplace stuff you can get anywhere. That's E3 in a nutshell. So, there you go. Anyway, I digress. E3 doesn't need to exist anymore, right? It doesn't. That's my point. Okay. Battlelook 9000 says the boost, they don't have boosts like they had back in the day. When I went to E3, some of the boosts were quite huge. Like I remember that was the year that Tekken Tag Tournament 2 came out. And the booth for Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was giant. It was a giant stage with all these lights and a giant screen that was playing gameplay footage. And that was the year Snoop Dogg made a song for the game and was actually featured in a background of the game. Okay? So it was basically just fucking Snoop Dogg music playing with this giant thing. And there were a few, you know, maybe 10 little kiosks you could stand at and play the game. It was huge. Giant lights. It looked like a giant stage, like a concert. That was their booth. Capcom had a huge booth that year, because that year they were advertising Lost Planet 3, which was a huge flop. No one cared about it. Resident Evil 6, which was a flop in its own regard, but Capcom was highly promoting it. And, God, I forget the third game. There were 3 huge games they were promoting that year, and so their booth was this giant, like, cave. And on one part, it was like ice, and one part, it was like decrepit for Resident Evil, and there was a third part for the other game. I still can't remember what the third game was. Their booth was pretty cool, admittedly. And when you went in there, you actually had reps who were hired by Capcom explaining what you were about to play, explaining the game and everything. And it was a cool atmosphere because you went inside this cave-like room and had lighting and everything. So it made it feel like you were part of almost like a movie set when you were going to sit down and play this demo of the game. You know? That was pretty neat. You know, there were a few boosts that were pretty good. And then there were other boosts that were like zero effort. Like I remember Hitman Absolution. Yes, it was the first Hitman game I played for the internet. Hitman Absolution. That thing had nothing. It was just, you line up, you walk up, you play it, you walk away. There was no one there. Nobody cared about anything. It was just play it and leave. So, Battleduck says, now fast forward to today, it's just screens and posters. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, it's very different. Back then, it was all about smoke and mirrors and big presentation and trying to woo you in. But the thing is, then you would realize I just waited in line an hour and a half to play a game demo when I could have just watched someone play the fucking game demo online and not waste an hour and a half of my time. It was remarkable to me being there in person and wasting all that time and money, because I really do feel like that. I feel like it was good to be there once in my life to see what it is in person, but my God, I wasted so much money on that event. Seriously, I wasted so much money. I paid so much money to be there for what? It was not worth it. It was just, I could have literally learned everything I learned in person by watching online. There's nothing additional that you will learn in person than by watching online. It's the same information. It's the same shit. So, anyway, I digress. I don't think that E3 is anything big. I'm not walking around a virtual show fucking floor, that's for sure. Okay. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the shout-outs. First of all, Honest Fan with his final resubscription, and I say that very lightly because obviously it's not a resubscription. There's no more partner program here. So, Honest Fan resubscribed for 19 months, and he said, man, it was a great 19 months. I agree. It's kind of sad because now we're in the final week. It was almost exactly 1 month ago when I was terminated from the partner program for absolutely no good reason. And sadly, a lot of people now, you know, their subs are running out, and they're like, man, this is the last time I can do this. And I hear you guys. But I want to tell you something, all right? Forward positively. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on what's lost. Dwell on what's coming in the future, all right? Because as you've noticed, in the last 3 weeks, I didn't give up. I didn't just stop streaming. We've been here every day having fun together anyway. It doesn't matter if we can do it with subs and cheers. Instead, we'll make do with however we can, right? So, that's why we got the Better Twitch TV emotes here. That's why, like I said, I'm looking to implement the other stuff and getting other stuff back. Do not dwell on the hardship and do not dwell on the bad times. Focus on the good times to come and the good times that are here right now. Okay? That's my philosophy. All right? That's just, I think that's the best way anyone can move forward. Seriously, that's the best way anyone can move forward, is to focus on what you have and what is coming rather than what has happened to you in the past. I'm not one of those people that dwells on the bad things that have happened and hold grudges. I'm not one of those people that wags fingers and say, we got to have blame. We got to blame this and blame that and blame. Instead, I say move forward positively. That's the only way we can, you know, we can really move, we can continue in life, right? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, this has happened again. Some of you called it out 47 minutes ago when it happened. The Devil UK has tipped me another $200. Now, to the Devil UK, I hope you're listening. Obviously, you're here on the streams to be coming by and doing these tips every day. I want to say something. Thank you so much. I mean, this is ridiculous. At this point, this has been over $1,000 this guy has tipped me this week alone. Okay, and let me tell you, this is a major reason why this week all the bills cleared that needed to clear, because this guy was helping me behind the scenes and, no lie, directly paid the internet bill. Like, directly 100% paid it right off. All right? Now, here's something that I want to say, though. Okay? Whoa, what just happened? My whole stream chat crashed. And then it came back. Whoa. Okay, that's a weird thing. My stream chat went blank on my laptop, and then it came back. What the hell? That's some weird shit. All right, it's back anyway. I don't know. That was just odd. I don't even know what just happened. Battlelix, does it happen to him too? Did it happen to everyone? It was weird. The whole thing went bloop, and then it came right back. Maybe it was a blip in the IRC service or something. I don't know. Anyway, Devil UK, what I'm going to ask is, first of all, just so everyone knows, the Devil UK's tips are verified. That means this person has a registered, verified account on PayPal. They're a real person. They've confirmed their identity with PayPal. All right? So that's why I'm trusting these tips. Now, I don't know who the Devil UK is. I don't recognize the name. I don't know if this is a person who's just been a lurker on my streams in the past, and all of a sudden this week, knowing that I needed help, that they stood up and said, "Hey, you know, I want to help." This person has basically said nothing to me. I don't know who this person is. So what I would say is this, WK, at this point, first of all, thank you, obviously, but you have to understand that since what I've been through in the last year with the massive amount of abuse that I had with the tip system, I would ask that if you could maybe reach out and talk to me behind the scenes, maybe send me an email or whatever, and say, hey, this is me, and just so you know, this is my story, and here, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just so I can have some kind of a contact with you and understand that this is real and not some malicious guy, okay, who is trying to basically screw me over. Because it does. I'll be honest, at this point, it makes me nervous, okay? It makes me very nervous that I'm getting someone with this level of support, and I just don't want this to end up being, oh, this is a situation where it's some kind of weird attempt to troll. The thing is, with a verified account, the attempt to troll, like to attempt to charge back and say, oh, I accidentally sent all these tips, that it's not going to work. Like, PayPal is not going to have that work. They're going to review the situation, you know, and they're going to say, oh, this is no way. But it still makes me nervous. I hope, right? I hope that this is not a situation where it's a troll attempt, okay? So if you could reach out and let me know, because every day now you're tipping big amounts, and I appreciate that. I certainly do. But at the same time, you know, I have to be skeptical. It's my business. It's my livelihood. So if you could confirm behind the scenes, just shoot me an email or whatever and say, hey, it's me and here's the deal. I would appreciate that. Okay? And by the way, an easy way that you could verify that it's you is just tell me the email address that you're using on PayPal. And then I could put two and two together and make sure it's really you who's sending me the email. Not that I'm going to get 10 troll emails now. Oh, it's really me. But this person is just lying because they have no information to prove anything. Right? Okay. So I would appreciate that, WK. So WK, $200 tip, man. I'm going to count it. Again, you know, I'm counting these, and I'm counting on this money to be real. I already paid bills with this money this week. So I hope that it's real. Sorry again that I have to be skeptical. I know people will be like, man, you're paranoid. Man, you're a worrywart. I mean, yeah, you're right. I'll be honest with you. I am. Because of what happened to me. You guys don't understand how bad it was back in the fall, when every day it looked like I was making tons of money, and it was all fake. It was all fake shit. And I was losing money on a daily basis instead of gaining it. It was really bad. My PayPal was screwed up for 2 months, and you guys didn't know about it. Okay, so I can't go back to that. I have nothing to fall back on. I'm not getting income from Twitch anymore. So I have nothing to fall back on if tips are fake and stuff, you understand? So I hope that this is all real. Okay. So, an anonymous tipper, I've already answered this question a million times, but apparently another person wants to come in and try to cause drama, so I'll entertain it for a second. An anonymous $1.30 tipper says, so what happens if I do by some chance end up getting paid by Twitch tomorrow? What would happen with any money that's raised on the marathon? And by the way, it's hilarious. He says, what about the extra money? Extra money. This person thinks that it would be extra money. Just think about that. Because the only thing I'll ever have to pay for the rest of my life is my mortgage on Saturday. Anything I raise during a marathon would be extra money. Oh, yeah. Lots of extra. I love when they term it like that. All right? Here's what would happen. Then those funds would go to pay my back tax payment. They would go to pay my utilities for the rest of the month. They would go to pay my upcoming health insurance payment. They would pay my income tax payment for this month that I have to pay to the federal government, among other things. Plus cost of games coming up. Plus, as I've already said, once a week, I go grocery shopping and or other things on my day out. That's what they would pay for. It's that simple. All right? And by the way, I am an honest person. I will tell you tomorrow during the stream if something changes. Right? As of right now, no, I have not received any payment whatsoever from Twitch. I have not. I don't think I'm going to. Because again, I questioned Twitch directly. I said, will I get paid? What is the balance of what I will get paid? When will I get paid? And I got told, ask the legal department. So I gave that question to the legal department 2 weeks ago. 2. And they have not answered me. They've completely ignored my request. Okay? So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know what else to say. It kind of sucks. But it is what it is. So I'm not expecting to get anything. If by some freak chance I do get paid by some amount, by the way, I have no idea what the amount would be. I know what I would usually make in a whole month on Twitch. I also know they cut me off at the 3-week point last month. I also know a bunch of people told me they all got refunded for their subs. So obviously I wouldn't be making anything from refunded subs. So in reality, how much would I even get as a payment from Twitch? I have no clue. I mean, it could be anything. It could be tiny. It could be good. It could be, I don't know what it would even be. But I'm assuming nothing, or else why would they have completely blown me off for the past 3 weeks that I've been asking them for information, right? It's kind of like, so let me sit here and assume they're going to pay me something, I don't even know what, even though they haven't said anything to that effect, and hope that everything goes well. And if I don't get paid, oh well, I guess I just still pay my mortgage and my taxes this month. No, that's not what you do. If you're smart, you plan for the worst, which is exactly what I've been doing. That's exactly what's been going on this week, raising these funds, and then tomorrow, the big marathon. That's the purpose of doing this, okay? Fair enough? So, that's the deal. If I do get paid by Twitch, I will let you know, all right? I'm honest. I will not lie about it. I will let you know if a payment does come through, okay? And the fact that if I do raise anything tomorrow during the marathon, and it has to be, oh, look, it's in excess of what I needed for whatever reason, it goes towards the next bill. You have to understand something. There is no more Twitch payments coming. That's it. So it's tips from now on plus patron pledges. That's it. That is it. That's all the money I have. So what I make, I immediately have to put towards whatever's the next thing. Whatever's the next thing. That's the mindset now. It's not, oh, you know, count on that next big payment coming through, because there is no next big payment coming through anymore. It's very different now, okay? So there is no such thing as extra money. That's a mindset of someone who is very, very short-sighted, who doesn't understand how actual life works. Extra money. No, it goes towards the next bill I'm going to owe. Okay. And then, of course, I got someone tipping me trying to cause drama, which I'm just going to fucking ignore. Because, as I said, I don't play that game. I'm not going to bring up drama or entertain it. So, if you're going to try to contribute to try to get me to talk about drama, you're definitely coming to the wrong fucking place. Alright? You are. But anyway, so that anonymous tip will be the last one that I'm counting. Just be honest here. Alright. So, this means that today, number one, we will start with the gunner glasses on stream. And number two, we will be beginning with a vest. And like I said, I would say today, probably either the red or camo vest would make the most sense. Now, today I am wearing a blue shirt. I'll show you. Hold on. Here it is. Today I'm wearing my blue Mario shirt. So I would argue both the red and the camo vest would stand out today. So think about what vest would you guys like, right? Oh yeah, so Timbo says there were new PlayStation 5 controllers announced. Yes, they were, if you guys aren't aware. 2 new PlayStation 5 controllers have been announced. They're not available yet, but they will be soon. One is all black with the blue glowing lights, which is hilarious because at the release of PlayStation 5, people were already kind of photoshopping these other colors for PlayStation 5 controllers, and were saying, man, I actually think a black controller would look better than a white controller. Why aren't they doing a black one? Well, they are. It's the easiest color swap ever, just all black instead of white. Okay. And then they're doing one that they're saying it's red, but from what I saw, at least the pictures that I saw posted on Twitter, it kind of looks almost like maroonish. Like it's like almost more a purplish hue red than pure red. I was expecting when they said it was red, it was going to be like bright red, but it doesn't look bright. It doesn't look like that, right? Now, someone just said, now listen to this. Someone just said, let's see who they are. Hold on. Well, I would like to say it, but it scrolled off the screen and now I can't, yeah, now I can't even read it. Hold on. Hold on. Can this work? No. See, this doesn't work. Someone said something that I wanted to address, and it scrolled off the screen, and I can't even, on this laptop, I can't even scroll up. Maybe I can get it to show up on my desktop. Hold on. So, Flashpoint Joker basically just posted up and said, they're wondering when during the month is when most of my bills are important bills have to clear, because they like to donate once a month, but they want to do it when it's going to help the most. There's basically 2 times a month where a bunch of stuff comes due for me. The very first week and the 15th. Now, the 15th was never an issue until now, because I used to always get paid by Twitch right there on the 14th or 15th of every month. So the payment would come through, and immediately I would pay the mortgage. There'd be no problem. So it was, for me, the concern was usually the beginning of the month. That first week of the month, there's like 4 or 5 major bills that come due for me. So, yeah, that's the deal. It's that easy. Okay? What the hell? Wow, my chat is really glitching out today. What the fuck? Anyway, so let me take a look here, because there's a couple tips coming in. If they're not verified, I'm not going to entertain them anyway. But this is someone who I believe is trying to cause drama. Let's see here. Let me look here. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's Twitch itself that's screwed up, or if it's my laptop, or if it's it could be because I'm using better Twitch TV. It's the first time I've ever used it. Maybe it has issues, right? Yeah, I knew it. This guy's unverified, and he's tipping me a bunch, and he's saying drama shit, so I'm just going to refund these fucking tips right now and block the guy so he can't tip me anymore. Yeah, I knew it. All right, goodbye. You always know when someone's tipping, and it's something that's trying to cause drama, you know it's unverified. Like, I never do I get a verified tip from someone who's trying to cause drama. It's always, oh, look, it's some asshole coming in here trying to cause fucking problems. So, refund that shit. Sorry, I don't need your unverified tip and your drama hounding. Get the fuck off my stream. Okay, then. Yeah, Timbo, I saw you say this the other day. So he said, listen to this. He says, listen to this. They're making an official Street Fighter cookbook. And it's coming out on June 1st. And he's curious if I would buy it and try to make some of the recipes. A Street Fighter cookbook. First of all, what in the holy hell will be in that cookbook? Like, I've seen these ridiculously themed cookbooks before. I remember back in the day from Think Geek, when they used to exist, I bought a Star Wars cookbook. And it was the most stupid things. It was like Darth Vader's dark chocolate brownies. Like, what? Yes, I'm sure Vader, whose body is hideously deformed from lava burns, is going to be standing in front of an oven baking brownies. This sounds very in character for him, right? So what this is, obviously, this is going to be some kind of a very silly tie-in cookbook. That's going to, it's not going to have any association with anything Street Fighter related. They're going to be like, Dalzim Spicy Coconut Curry Bowl. Guile's All-American Baby Back Ribs. It's going to be nothing to do with Street Fighter. They'll just slap a fucking Street Fighter name on it and have a bunch of freaking recipes, right? I've seen it before. What? They have Guile making an everything bagel. See, I knew it. Because they say Guile's theme goes with everything. So Guile makes an everything bagel. Oh my god. So anyway, it's going to be silly. Now the thing is, people are saying, will I get it? I mean, that's a book. Maybe that'd be something funny to talk about and have on stream. I don't think that's something that I would use. I don't think I would want to make a single one of those recipes. They're probably going to be terrible recipes anyway. Is it something silly that maybe I would, actually, buy and mess around with on a stream? Maybe. Okay? But no, Baldy says you could make it for DSP Tries It. DSP Tries It is not a cooking show. Oh, man. How many times do I have to get this through people's heads? All right. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, hold on. No, this is serious business, all right? I have to go full screen for this. Ladies and gentlemen, Cooking with the King ended 10 years ago. And try that again. 10 years ago. I haven't made Cooking with the King in a decade. I don't make cooking videos. I'm not a cook. It was a silly series that I made in a very short period of time, probably 1 year, because I was looking to diversify my content for YouTube at the time. At the time, I could not actually monetize gameplay videos on YouTube. So I needed to find something else to monetize so that I could supplement the cost of all the games that I was buying to play on my gameplay channels. So I did DSP Tries It, I did travel logs, and I did, yes, Cooking with the King. It was a joke series. It was not to be taken seriously. I wasn't actually trying to cook really good high quality food. It was supposed to be a very dumb series meant as a joke. All right? People have been asking for it for a decade. No! I'm not a cook. I have no aspirations to learn how to cook. I don't want to cook. Cooking does not fit into the kind of content that I make. Cooking does not fit into my schedule. I'm not going to be making Cooking with the King anymore. It's not going to happen. It's been 10 fucking years. Get it through your heads. I'm not a cook. All right? Now, admittedly, when my wife first moved in with me 3 years ago, which was before she was my wife, I teased that if we had a certain amount of goals hit, I think it was a sub goal for a month, we would bring back Cooking with the King, and what it would be is my wife and I would make a meal together, and if people liked it, maybe it would be an ongoing series. We didn't even hit the subs goal that month. So it's obvious no one cared. But you know what it is? It's because I say I don't want to do something or I'm not going to do something, then everyone piles on and asks for it. It's only when I say no, oh, well, we have to be contrarian to anything Phil says and does, we want it. If I said right now I'm bringing back Cooking with the King, everyone would be like, oh, who cares? That's how it is. You know, so no, I'm not a cook. Cooking with the King is not coming back. Ever. All right? Ever. It's never coming back as a series. Never. Or let's try this one more time. No. Never, ever is Cooking with the King coming back. I'm not a cook. It's not happening. Stop asking. No. Okay. So, Baldy, no. Well, hold on. No. I'm not going to be doing a Street Fighter recipe on DSP Tries It. DSP Tries It is not a cooking show. It is a show where I try products and or mostly food that's already pre-cooked. It's a taste testing show, essentially. It's what it's been for many, many years. Okay? Fair enough? The other thing is, like, what you got to understand, I don't even have the means to do it. I don't have a camcorder or a camera anymore that could film in anywhere, like except for my office. No, filming with the phone is not good enough. I don't have editing software. Like, I don't have any of the means I would need to do what you would want for a cooking show. It's just not going to happen. No. And then you got idiots. Oh, he's lazy. He's so lazy. Yeah, someone who's here 6 days a week full-time streaming, only has 1 day a week to even spend with his wife, is lazy. How about this? Fuck you. How about I ask you this? How much time do you have to yourself to do stuff, right? Oh, that's right. Way more than me. So, fuck off. Okay. All right. Anything else? There's no platinum today. Platinum is likely going to be tomorrow for the marathon. You know, everyone's going to be asking for the platinum vest tomorrow for Mass Effect, so no platinum vest today. Like I said, today would likely be either the red or the camo. Those are the two you have to decide between, all right? Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to use the restroom. I recommend you guys grab a drink or a snack or whatever it is that you need to do. I'll be back shortly with the continuation and likely conclusion of Resident Evil Village for today's stream. Okay? All right, that's it. Guys, I'll see you in a few minutes, okay? And by the way, once again, Devil UK, if you could contact me just to confirm, let me know you're real and this isn't some kind of elaborate troll horse shit, I would appreciate that very much, all right? All right, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you in a bit for the conclusion of Resident Evil. All right, see you in a few.